Hello and welcome to the FieldCraft server. My name is Weird and Bearded, and today, after about 2 weeks of digging, I have a void. It is my void. I like my void. It's expansive. This is where all of the portals from our WABWABOMRS, Weird and Bearded's Warehouse and Bunker Ocean Monument rental scheme, this is where they all lead. In theory. So last time we were doing stuff for this, I rebuilt all of the portals so that there would be a nice grid formation, and none of them worked. Well, one of them worked, the rest did not. So I have come up with an alternate plan. And what is this plan? Well, it starts off with completely scrapping the previous plan and pretending it never existed. As the old saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, destroy the evidence. What the new plan is, we're going to be centering the portals on the relevant coordinates of the overworld portals, just doing a direct connection, and then building miniaturized ocean monuments around them, or as I like to call them, miniments. Then I'm going to be building a lot of interconnected paths and basically making the world's worst Zen garden. So we're going to have lots of really nice, gently flowing paths connecting all of the miniments together. They're going to be made out of orange stained glass so that they blend in with the lake of lava that this is going to be sat on. It's going to take quite a lot of work to get all of that lava down, and just to get all of that lava. So there is going to be a farm involved. I'm probably not going to get all the lava down in this episode, but hopefully I'm going to be able to at least get that farm built. Well, that took a lot longer to film than I had originally expected. I thought that would take a couple of hours. It took me 7. I had to take long breaks between each one of these because I have come down with COVID. Yay! I am feeling a lot better today, fortunately. But yes, these are now complete. If we head inside, we have our portal. There is also a lever in each one, which gives us a nice visual indicator of when they are being utilized. So we have a beacon in each one of these. I did have to go and kill another wither. I thought I had enough beacons. But alas, that was not the case. So the next step is making the paths. I have spent some time designing them in paint.net. I also spent some time last night designing a lava farm. I wasn't streaming because of COVID. I would not have been able to provide any entertainment. But now I know what I've got to do. I know how many resources I've got to get, so it's time for me to go to a desert and get about 65 stacks of sand and then smelt them all. It might be a while before I record the next clip. We have got all of the glass in place, and this took a lot longer than I was initially hoping. It took me 3 hours just to get all of this glass melted. There is over 4,000 glass for all of these paths, but I think they are looking fantastic. As you can see, we have them going in and out of both sides of all of the miniments. They're crisscrossing. There's nice curves to them. You've got to stay focused. You can't just walk in a straight line in this area, or you will fall into lava. I fell off the path many times when I was putting this together. But it is nearly complete. It's just the lava left to go in. We're going to have lava going underneath the path as well as filling in the areas in between. We're not going to be getting that done in today's episode. That's probably going to be done during live streams. I imagine it's going to take a while. But at least today we're going to get the lava farm built up. I have a design in mind, which I put together the other night. So we're going to be heading over to the industrial district. The only other thing that we've got to do here is connect this up to the nether tunnels that we haven't built yet. As you can see, on the other side of this wall is more netherrack. So, yeah, that's going to be fun to do. I've got to move all of my nether paths down, all of my other portals down, and figure out some form of nether tunnel, but I still don't have any idea what design I'm going to do for that. So that is a problem for future WAB. But now, to the industrial district. Well, here we are. I definitely didn't get lost in the nether. I knew where I was going the entire time, but I am here. I'm at the industrial district. I am with my buddies, and I think the first job is going to be making this place nice and clear. So that's going to be taking down all of the waterfalls and the lava falls. Maybe some of the stalactites, especially on this side, stalactites and stalagmites, just to give myself a bit more room, and maybe a little bit of torching around where I take those down. I'm going to go all that done. Possibly even get in a couple of nice rope bridges down from either side. I think they could look quite good. And then it will be time to actually get the farm in place. Well, this is looking quite a bit nicer. We got rid of a lot of the water and the lava. I got rid of a few of the stalagmites, but not too many. I imagine I'll do that in a live stream or similar. On this side, we have a nice little bridge down. I'm quite happy with it. It does follow a perfect catenary, which is what rope bridges do. I have a spreadsheet to make that work. We'll talk more about spreadsheets in a moment, and this is a pit. Didn't mean to fall in there, but oh well. So next job, I suppose, is to collect the resources for the farm. For builds like this lava farm, where I have done all the designing beforehand, I personally find that the best way to get all the materials together is to gather all of the base resources, the sort of natural stuff that we find, or stuff I can already get from my farms, and then do all of the crafting, do all of the smelting at the same time. Now, this can be awkward to figure out, so I have made myself a spreadsheet, which I might be making available to people. I need to do a bit more work on it to make it a bit more user-friendly. It's currently very much in the state of, it works well for me because I know how to use it. But what this thing does, I can enter in all of the resources that I need for my build, and it decrafts everything. So if, for example, I say that I need a stack of torches, it will say, well, in that case, collect, 16 coal and 2 logs. And then from there, you'll be able to craft up all of those torches. And it does do stuff like just saying logs instead of specific logs if you just need the wood for crafting purposes. It's a great spreadsheet. I use it all the time. So what you can see here is me collecting up all of those base resources for the lava farm and then getting everything crafted together before we head over and start construction. I have picked a spot to build this thing. I've also taken down one of the stalagmites. There was a stalagmite right around here, which is blocking the view a bit. There's also a nice geode there, which could be useful later. But yes, here is where we are going to build the lava farm. And I suddenly realised I haven't really talked about how you can farm lava. Because this is a new thing. This is new for 1.17, I think. So with 1.17 came dripstone. If you have dripstone from a block with lava above that block and a cauldron underneath, the lava will slowly fill up that cauldron, and then you can then take lava out of that cauldron with a bucket, and thus infinite lava. So that is what we are going to do here. We're going to have a lot of cauldrons that are all going to move around together so that there's only one cauldron in front of you at a time. When you take the lava out of that, all of the cauldrons will shift slightly. That's the idea of this. So I'm going to do this in a series of progress updates. Let's get going. It's not a big update. I want to do this in baby steps, mainly because I keep sneezing, and also it will allow me to explain everything that bit better. So currently we have our storage system. This is where all of our buckets of lava will flow down. And we also have a comparator. This is what's going to activate the entire system. So when we're at the top and an item goes into this hopper, you will see that the comparator briefly lights up. That's going to set everything off. The other thing I've done is just dig out a little area that we're going to be doing some redstone in shortly, probably next, now that I think about it. Often with lava farms, you'll see long chains of cauldrons snaking around. I don't really have the space for that. I want to keep this quite compact, so I'm going to be moving all of my cauldrons across in a block, which means that then pushing them along becomes difficult. So I have here a little piston feed tape. We have some redstone blocks to power some pistons that are going to move them. We have other cauldrons as well. They will become important later on. But now if we head up and throw an item into the hopper, you will see everything moves. So now I'm going to attach the pistons that they connect to. The pistons are in, so we have 2 lines of sticky pistons, which will be activated by the redstone blocks as they go around. We also have regular pistons to push my cauldrons across and observers to activate those regular pistons. So currently, everything is down because this will be once we get to the end of the line, at which point I need another full row of cauldrons to move across, so I can't really have any pistons sticking up. But then you'll see, one at a time, they stick up and push. So next I'm going to get my other 2 regular pistons in, just so we have our cauldrons coming across here, then moving across right in front of where I will be standing, and then going back across the line over there, ready to be pushed into the block. As you can see, we have another 2 pistons in place. We also have one of the cauldrons in place. I thought I'd put it there as a bit of an example of what the next issue is, because as I said, we need to make sure at one point no piston goes up so that there is room for all the cauldrons to move across. But obviously when we get there, you'll see cauldron gets pushed, it gets pushed again, but then nothing is going to move this time round. So this is where those cauldrons full of water come in. We're going to use those to get everything to move one more time, also to move a row of pistons that are going to be going up there. It's me! It's me! I brought on my second account so you can get a bit of a better view of what's happening with the redstone. There is now a line of pistons along on your right. My left, I'm going to get confused. I'm going to mess it up at some point, I assure you. So now, when that last piston goes down, you should see that piston won't move. The 2 pistons on either side of me will still fire, but just won't do anything. Then the line of pistons on your right will fire, and then everything will happen again, but the line of pistons won't. Much like that. So now there's only one more technical bit to get in, and then we're on the home stretch. Technical may have been too strong a word. I've added 4 blocks. 2 chests, hopper, dropper. The idea of this is to make the farm work properly, you need to throw out the lava bucket every time. So if you fill up your inventory with random rubbish and have some buckets in your hand as you right-click on the cauldron, there's nowhere for the lava bucket to go, so it will just get thrown forwards into the hopper. But obviously, you're going to run out of buckets pretty quickly. You can only hold 16 at a time, so every time this thing gets activated, it's going to throw a bucket your way. Nice and simple. Every now and then, it's going to throw 2 buckets your way, which I hadn't thought of previously. Oh well. The rest of the blocks are in, so as you can see, we have a nice layer of dripstone blocks. Underneath that, we have the pointed dripstone. You can just see the bottom of there, and then a layer of cauldrons. The only thing left to do is to get this thing full of lava. I mean, it's not exactly full, but obviously, you know, the more we farm, the more lava we get into it. But this farm is complete. This should work now. I just needed... Oh, poor bat! I'm sorry, buddy. But yeah, I just need to get a load of buckets, and then I can start farming this thing. But as far as I'm concerned, this works. We have got an awful lot done in this episode. We've got this entire area dug out. We have built all of the miniments, placed down all of the paths. I've even got a new lava farm built. We've started off in the industrial area. I'm about to run out of rockets, so this outro can't last too much longer. Yes, I am very happy with all that's been done. This has gone very well. We are going to be ending it here. All I have time for, this is the day that the video is due to be released. I don't think the COVID has slowed me down too much, fortunately. But yeah, this is it. This is me coming to an end. So thank you all for watching. I hope you can join me next time. I am Weird and Bearded, and I will see you all later. Goodbye. Come on. Fill up. Fill up. Yes, that's what we want to see.